Well, good morning. This is Psalm 119, part 2, the perfect law of God. In the first part, if you haven't watched that, you can go back and watch it, but I talked about the fact that Psalm 119 is an acrostic. It goes through the Hebrew alphabet, and I believe the reason why it was written that way was to facilitate memorization. Why memorize? Well, because it's important. And what is the theme of this psalm? It is the law of God, the perfect law of God. And so you're getting the point, right? That if it's something to memorize, then it's something important. And so the law of God is important. We looked at that the law of God is a mirror. It illuminates not only who God is, and the fact that we are created in His image, but that we also are in sin and we are weak, and so that pushes us to rely on God, to rely on Christ. Also, the law exists to restrain evil. It allows for a measure of justice on this earth. And finally, the law of God is to know what is pleasing to God. We understand that what is pleasing to God, and therefore we can do those things and to glorify and worship Him because we know what pleases Him. So today, I'd like to, there's so many things that I could have focused on. I just chose verse 105. And verse 105 says, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." And you know, it just reading that verse again brought me back. I'm feeling a little nostalgic these past few months, and it brings me back to a sermon that I wrote about 25 years ago now. It goes to show how many years that I've been doing this. But in that sermon, I talk about how the law or the Word of God is a lamp, by talking about different types of lamps. And so the first lamp is a signal light, as in green, red, yellow on street lights. And so signal light it tells us when to stop, when to go, when to wait, when to turn right, when to be careful, when there's danger, all kinds of signal lights, right? And I believe that the Word of God, the law of God, acts very much like that in our lives. And it can act like that if we allow it to, and will always lead us right, will keep us away from accidents, using the illustration of traffic, right? Verse 110 says, "The wicked have set a snare for me, but I have not strayed from your precepts." In other words, if I do not stray from your precepts, then I will not be caught in the snare of the wicked. And so the Word of God is a signal light. The second is that the Word of God is like a hurricane lamp. I don't know, there's different types of hurricane lamps, but the idea is that it won't go out when there's wind. It will always light your pathway, even in a hurricane, right? You will continue to see your way. No weather is too strong to put out the light of God's truth and God's love in your life. No situation is too out of control that we will not continue to see our way along. You may not be able to see the whole landscape right now in your life, in your situation, but you can see where the next step is, and God will carry you through. Verse 115 says, "You are my refuge and my shield. I have put my hope in your word." You are my refuge and my shield. And so God and His law can be like a hurricane lamp. The next is a beacon lamp. A beacon lamp is like a distress signal when it's almost over, right? And the only thing that you have left is to, I don't know, press that button or to send out the flare gun or whatever. But there's a beacon lamp. In other words, it continues to shine until help comes. And wherever you are, wherever you find yourself in your heart, in your mind, in your situation, you can be sure that help is on the way. And God's law can be like that for you in your life, like a beacon lamp. So verse 116 and 117 says, "Sustain me, my God, according to your promise, and I will live. Do not let my hopes be dashed. Upon me, uphold me, and I will be delivered." And so the deliverance of God is promised. There is hope, but the law of God, as long as we follow it, is like a beacon lamp, and help is sure to be on the way. The final lamp is a nightlight, and this is the closest to my heart. A nightlight, you know what it's for. It's when a child is afraid of the dark, or afraid of the unknown, afraid of being alone, just afraid of the boogeyman, whatever it is. A nightlight can dispel darkness. It can help to dispel fear. It brings a level of security and hope. You open your eyes in the middle of the night and you see the light, and you know that everything is okay. There is comfort in having a nightlight. The law of God can be very much like that in your life. Verse 52 goes like this: "I remember, Lord, your ancient laws, and I find comfort in them." Verse 76, "May your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promise to your servant." And so the law of God can be like a nightlight for us. And so isn't that nice illustrations of this verse? By the way, the song that maybe you know with these words in it was written by Amy Grant and Michael W. Smith, and I really learned to play piano and to sing with these two folks, and if we're going to be nostalgic, those are the two people that I would remember. "But thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. When I feel afraid, I think I've lost my way, still you're there right beside me. And nothing will I fear as long as you are near. Please be near me to the end. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I will not forget your love for me, and yet my heart forever is wandering. Jesus, be my guide and hold me to your side. I will love you to the end. Nothing will I fear as long as you are near. Please be near me to the end. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." I hope this was an encouragement to you today. Have a wonderful day. God bless.